Hello, I'm Cassie Knoll. This week on Suncoast FYI, Financial Services with Sandy Morris, home tours for a good cause, a Native American Indian festival, and the Sarasota Highland Games. We have a great show ahead for you, so stay tuned. Suncoast FYI starts now. Thanks for joining us today on Suncoast FYI. If you are someone that is planning for retirement, you probably already have an IRA or a 401k account. But do you know the proper way to withdraw that money? Financial services professional Sandy Morris joins us now and has some tips of how to maximize your retirement savings. So welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So tell me a little bit about, I know people probably understand how to get the money in, but getting it out is very tricky.
Well, it's not too complicated to put it in if you have discipline.
Yes.
But getting it out, if you don't take it out strategically, you end up sharing it with the IRS 25, 28%, and sometimes even more when you're retired.
Wow. I don't think a lot of people necessarily understand that. I mean, I've got an IRA going, and I'm definitely not thinking that far ahead at this point.
You have to change your way of thinking when you're taking it out.
Yeah, so what do you recommend? Like, how can people work on this properly?
Well, you have to have a professional help you with withdrawal strategies. Typically, your CPA or your accountant's not going to be able to help you do that because you have to do it prior, like the year before, figure out how you're going to take it on the upcoming year.
So it requires planning ahead.
Yes, because CPAs and tax preparers, they work with deductions, and when you're retired, you don't have any deductions anymore. So you have to be very careful what's reported on your tax return.
Oh, okay. So how much control do you really have over your taxes in retirement?
In your whole life when you're retired, you have more control than ever.
Oh, well, that's nice.
You actually do. Yeah.
That's nice to know that that's coming in the future there.
Yes,
so
finally control with taxes.
Why is that?
Because all you have to do is be careful of what is reported on your tax return. And if you have a good income plan, a tax-efficient income plan, and you're not just randomly drawing money out of accounts here and there, then you know what your taxes are going to be, and the rules are very simple. So if you have a good tax-efficient income strategy, the rest is just implementation.
It all just kind of falls into place as you go along. So is your accountant, CPA, you already said the accountant, CPA is not the best person necessarily.
No, because they work with deductions, and when you're retired, you hardly have any deductions anymore.
Yeah.
So that's why it's very important when you set up your investments. The way you set them up is going to determine what is reported on your tax return. So that's why if you don't have any deductions to offset that, you have to be really careful what shows up on your tax return.
So as a financial services professional, when should someone come to you along their time span, or like a year before they plan to retire?
No, typically 5 years. Well, if you're 5 years prior or even 5 years after you've retired, any time in that time space is the best time. But if you can come like 5 years prior and we can start working on it, it just helps so much more.
Helps to have a plan.
Yes.
Which,
a strategic plan.
So you help people by making master plans for how they can withdraw and get the most out of their retirement savings. And you have a special offer going for folks today.
Yes, for today, the first 50 callers that call in, if you're within 5 years of retiring or you've already retired and you have a minimum of $250,000 in retirement savings, we're going to design for you a personalized master plan, an income plan, so we can show you how to do three things. Number one, bump up your Social Security, because there are many Social Security benefits that are available to couples and individuals that they're not aware of. So we try to get you extra income when it comes to Social Security. We also go over your retirement accounts and your investment accounts to make sure that they're set up properly so you can withdraw strategically.
So that's the key, because when you get to the finish line there, all of a sudden you're like,
it's got to be done prior. And then most importantly, show you how we can save you taxes now and in the future. So typically something like this would be around $2,000, but for the first 50 callers today, we're going to do it complimentary.
Oh my goodness, and you can see the number there on your screen, so definitely call in, and obviously you're going to have to go quickly because the 50 callers is going to run out real fast. So when someone calls, then they're going to, I'm assuming, speak to you or one of your...
Yeah, they'll set up in a time, speak with you and make sure that, you find out what you need, and then they'll set up a time with me or one of my assistants, my associates that are very well trained, and we'll put together a personalized retirement income master plan for you that's tax efficient, and then it's just maintenance from that point on.
Okay, so does someone have to have anything ready for you when they call, or?
Just a few statements. My assistant will tell you what to bring in. It takes about 30 minutes. and we design that for you, and then you're so much further ahead of the game.
Oh yeah, it sounds like, especially if you can start 5 years prior to when you plan to retire.
Yeah.
Then you're on the yellow brick road there. You're good to go.
Yeah, and you go through that transition period where you're going from contributing to, oh boy, now this is going to have to support me for the rest of my life. I want to make sure I don't give Uncle Sam, 25 or
just because
20,
you're uninformed.
Well, because you're just randomly taking money out of your accounts. You just can't do that anymore.
Yeah, well, that sounds like something that's going to be very helpful. Again, you can see the number there on your screen, so make sure you call in soon. And where can people go for more information? You have a website, right?
Yeah, sandymorrisfinancial.com.
All right, well, you'll definitely have to check it out and go ahead and make those phone calls there. First 50 callers, again, free financial, or I should say complimentary retirement income withdrawal master plan.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much for joining us today. It was good to have you.
Thank you, Cassie.
And next on Suncoast FYI, we'll tell you about an upcoming event that allows you to tour beautiful homes for a good cause. The details are next, so stay tuned. Welcome back to Suncoast FYI. I'm Cassie Knoll. Residents of the Punta Gorda Isles community will be opening up their doors for a good cause next weekend. And here to tell us more about how you could get a tour of these beautiful homes is Carol Nieberlein. Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you, Cassie. Thanks for having us.
It's good to have you here. And I know you guys are supporting a couple of good causes actually with what's going on. So let's start by telling me a little bit about the home tour. What can guests expect?
With Home Tour, we have 6 beautifully decorated homes, and they're all very unique to each homeowner. And we have 3 gardens this year, which is something new for us. So they're gorgeous.
Yeah.
And some of the houses are huge, and some of the houses are just real houses. And I think everyone will come away with lots of ideas on how to decorate, or let's do this at our house.
So that's normally what happens
Right.
when you get to tour big, beautiful homes. You walk away and you're like, man, I wish I could have that, or that's a good idea. I should definitely check that out. So there is a cost for this event. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Well, our ticket prices are $20 in advance, but $25 the day of the tour. So you really want to try to get your ticket early. And tickets are available at the Punta Gorda Chamber of Commerce, at the Punta Gorda Isles Civic Association, and you can call online. We have an online number and we have a phone number.
Okay.
So you can call and we'll hold tickets for you. If you're coming from Sarasota, it's a
bit of a drive. Yeah.
So we'll hold those tickets for you we'll call. So.
Okay, so again, $20 if you do it now, and that number, you can see it there on your screen, is 941-916-9338. So you have to check that out, and we'll give you the website at the end of the segment here. So, and then it's $25 the day of, which is next Saturday, the 31st, right?
It is. And we also, at the tour, will begin at the Isles Yacht Club. And at the Yacht Club, we will also be offering a price fixed menu of $20 lunch. To make it easier for the tour.
Yeah, because you got to have food.
Yeah, and you got to keep going. You got to have your
energy ready if you're going to be touring those beautiful homes down there.
And there's some beautiful, and you're going to love it. Yeah, very unique.
They've looked beautiful from the pictures that I've seen, so I can't even imagine in person how nice those must be.
Right.
So tell me a little bit about where this money actually goes to.
Well, we've been very successful with this tour. In the last 5 years, we've raised over $93,000.
Oh my goodness.
Which, we've given this money to 2 organizations. The first is New Operation Cooper Street, which is an after-school rec center. And this helps the children. They have a safe place to go. They have tutoring. They have fun. They have snacks. And so it's a great organization, and we're proud to be able to help them. And we've also given money to Backpack Kids. And the Backpack Kids program, they give backpacks to over 1,000 children every Friday.
Wow.
And
every week?
Every week. So they pack a lot of backpacks
every
week. And the children bring back the backpacks Monday. But they are packed with non-perishables, foods that children can eat over the weekend because, unfortunately, some of our children they're going hungry. So this organization, Backpack Kids, is able to help children in 9 out of our 10 elementary schools.
Wow.
So the 10th elementary school is being served by a church, but this backpack program is very important.
That is amazing. So that helps to fund the money and everything else, because I'm assuming those are volunteer organizations?
They are, right.
So that just helps to get the supplies and everything going?
Yeah, it's all volunteer, the Backpack Kids, and it costs $160 a year per child.
Oh.
And it's $5 a week. So it's a great organization, and we are really proud that we can give them money
Yeah.
to help them out and to
so,
feed the kids.
And so basically your money, you get to tour the beautiful homes, you maybe get to have a nice little lunch.
Right.
And then all of that money goes to help these kids that need it.
That's right. It's
Definitely
for a
need
good cause, and we're great. It's great that we can do this, and we're hoping we have lots of people come.
Well,
It's going to be a beautiful day.
Well, I was going to actually ask you, if 100% of the profits go to these organizations, how do you put this event on?
We have, I just counted last night, unbelievable. We have over 350 volunteers next Saturday.
Wow.
That they're thrilled, and people are thrilled to do this.
Yeah.
We have a committee of 40 people who have been working for 10 months,
Mm-hmm.
and then the day of, we'll have an additional 300 people staffing the homes
Wow.
as hostesses.
So they're in there to tell you a little bit more about what you're seeing
Right.
in the home and to guide you from, are all the homes right together, or are they kind of interlaced through the neighborhood?
Through the neighborhood. They're no more than a couple miles apart, but they're
Oh.
very close. But it's not a walkable tour.
Oh, okay.
But
well, that's good to know. You definitely need to take your car
you
down
need to
and
take your
be
car.
prepared.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds
But
like
I
an
think
amazing
you'll enjoy
event.
it. Yeah.
I think it sounds great. So where can people go for more information about that?
Well, we have information on our website,
Mm-hmm.
and it's beyondourselves.peapps.com.
All right. And then,
Yeah.
and of course, the phone number that we talked about earlier that you can see there on your screen. So definitely give them a call, go online, get the tickets in advance.
Yeah, you don't want to miss it. This is our 6th year of doing this, and it's only a one-day event, so it's a lot of fun.
Got to get on it while you can. And of course, it's all for a good cause.
Right.
So thanks for coming today.
Thank you, Cassie. 2 tickets for you.
Yes, thank you. I think I was thinking about this. My mom, she would absolutely love this.
Yeah.
So that'll be a lot of fun.
That's a pleaser.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right.
All right, and coming up next on Suncoast FYI, we'll have the details about the Sarasota Native American Indian Festival, so stay tuned. Well, as you can see here, we're checking out some Native American flute playing from Little Big Mountain. Thanks for joining us today on the show.
It's an honor to be here.
That's a great way to start the segment. It's
Yeah.
very relaxing. It's
Yeah.
very nice. So you are here because we have the Native American Indian Festival going on here in Sarasota right now, right?
That's right.
So we understand that the founder, Rex A. Begay, actually passed away recently. Can you tell us a little bit about him and his vision that he had for this festival?
Okay, well, Rex Begay is actually he's Dene. He's also known as the Navajo people. And he started the event, this is the 8th annual event, years ago to bring the Native American culture to Sarasota, which is where he lives. And his dream was actually to preserve our Native culture by bringing Native people into the area, the Native arts and crafts, and of course being a very talented, beautifully done artist himself, projecting the beauty of Native America, but also to show people that there's more to our Native people than what they would see by watching television and movies. There's the beauty of Native America, but also there's a lot of education that can go right along with that. Our songs, our dances, our music, and so on. And he really brought that in a good way here to Sarasota.
Yeah, I mean, it's all part of our history here.
Absolutely.
And
yeah.
so what can people expect to see at this festival?
Well, at the festival, there's going to be entertainment. The entertainment is going to be songs and dances of the American Indian. There's also going to be music. There's also going to be an encampment that's set up that will have programs going out of the camp that would explain a lot about our Native way of life, the way that it would have been way back in the day as opposed to the way it is today. Also a lot of artwork. Artists from all over the country coming to show their artwork, showing their skills and what you'll be able to see. Bone carving, drum making, flute making, beadwork, silver turquoise jewelry, all handmade by our native people. And the good thing is that the artist will be there as well.
Yeah.
So not only can you see the item that was made, but you can also ask questions about the piece from the artists themselves.
Which I actually wanted to ask you, because I know you told me that you actually designed your regalia that you have here. Tell me a little bit about it.
Well, the way that I'm dressed would be about, well, between 1870, 1890. We have a little bit of the old school, the leather leggings, the moccasins and so on, but the modern influence would have been the silver that you see me wearing here. My earrings, the top hat obviously would have been something that was either brought in and used in trade, or for Comanche, being Comanche myself, it was something that maybe we would have stolen from someone.
Oh, yeah?
You know? Yeah. They didn't need it anymore, basically. But so the regalia that I'm wearing would represent that time period between 1870s, 1890s, yeah.
And this is what you could see at the festival as well.
Absolutely. This year we have other performers and other native people that will be there, all dressed in different regalias. So what you see me wearing here, they'll be representing different time periods and different tribes as well.
That's what I was going to ask you. How many tribes are going to be represented at the festival?
Oh, we have many different tribes. There will be Northern Cheyenne, of course Comanche, Mohawk, Blackfoot, Choctaw, Seminole, Cherokee. Oh my gosh, and that's just to name a few. There's many other nations that will be out there. When you come in, we're very sociable people. Just come in and ask, what is your nation? And they'll be more than glad to talk to you about it.
Well, that sounds, I mean, and I know the festival's actually going on right now, as a matter of fact. And it's also going to be going on this weekend from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. tomorrow, and also 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Sunday. And there isn't a bit of admission when you go in. Adults are $7, and 6 to 12 is $3, 5 and under is free. And stay with FYI. It's also time for the Sarasota Highland Games. Very multicultural today. We'll be right back after the break. Welcome back to Suncoast FYI. I'm Cassie Knoll. When you think of the Sarasota Highland Games, you probably think of beating drums, Highland dancing, and unique athletic events. And of course, you got to think of the bagpipes. And our next guest is Kevin Wiggin. He's the pipe major of the City of Sarasota Pipe Band, and he also brought his bagpipe with him today.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
So January 31st is coming quickly. That's when the Highland Games are. And so what can we expect if we head out to the games?
Well, this year's our 21st year of the Highland Games in Sarasota, and we're really excited about what's happening. A lot of new things. We have 60 athletics, heavy athletics, throwing the big caber, the big telephone poles, people like to call them.
Yeah.
That's happening. We have Highland dancers. We have 16 different competitive pipe bands coming to compete.
Oh my gosh.
Border collie demonstrations. We have the British car show competition. But the biggest thing is our Red Hot Chili Pipers coming over from Scotland to perform.
Which I love the name of that.
Good play on words, huh?
Yeah, I love it. It's very different. Can you tell me a little bit about them? Because it seems like a rock bagpipe band.
Yeah, well, they call themselves Bag Rocks, really. I mean, they started back in 2004, and went triple platinum on their CD sales already. You know, they played for the Queen of England. They played with Sir Paul McCartney.
Wow.
They've sold out concerts in Australia, U.S., China, UK. I mean, just fantastic.
So they're
band.
a really big deal.
Oh, yeah, it's a big deal.
And I'm assuming they're pretty unique.
Oh, yeah.
Which is probably why they're so, like, people seem to be so drawn to it, because it's something you just don't see anywhere.
Well, and they play all current music. They put a bagpipe twist on all current tunes you hear. You know, they do We Will Rock You, play some Journey music. They play some AC/DC. They put everything on the pipes, and it's pretty awesome.
When is that concert?
That concert's the night of the games, January 31st, 6 o'clock at Robarts Arena.
Okay.
And tickets are on sale, and it's going to be awesome. I don't think people want to wait to get their tickets, though.
No? How much are the tickets?
Start at $30 to come in, and it's general seating throughout. There are a few VIP tickets left for $50. Get a little bit better seating in there.
Get to be right up front in the
absolutely.
action.
Yeah. And that's what's happening.
Oh my gosh, that sounds really cool.
Yeah.
I'm actually like super excited about this now, because I'm also a band nerd.
Yeah.
So tell me real quick, why are the Highland Games important to Sarasota?
Well, it all goes back to our heritage here. You know, in 21 years we've been carrying on these games, and to come into it with this new current wave of new music with the Red Hot Chili Pipers coming, and to keep boasting, Gillespie coming here and starting this town up. And it keeps it going. It's fantastic. And
I mean, it seems like a super fun festival, going very cultural and learning about the history. And of course, bagpipes are a part of that.
Oh, absolutely.
So
Big part of that.
you're the pipe major of the City of Sarasota Pipe Band.
Yep.
How many members do you have in your pipe band?
We currently have about 25 members in the band, and we draw from both Riverview High School, the Kilty Bagpipers area, and Sarasota Military Academy Bagpipers, and anyone in town that just has interest. We take everybody in, we teach them how to play, and they end up joining the ranks and get to play with the band.
So how long have you been the pipe major?
I started the band actually, so I guess it's not fair. I guess I got to claim that title back
Yeah.
in 2008. I started it and been going ever since.
So how did you get interested in bagpipes? One day were you like a little kid that was like, Mom, I want to play the bagpipes?
That was it, exactly.
It wasn't really?
No.
Oh my gosh.
No, I had a cousin actually who played, and saw him play at a family party, and I just thought it was interesting, and then and took it up, and 20 years later, you're still doing
Here
it.
you are, and I'm sure you're very good
Yeah,
at it.
not too bad.
No. And can you explain real quick for those that don't know, like I didn't know before we got started
Yeah.
here, how does the bagpipe work?
Yeah, the bagpipe, it's exactly what it is. It's just a bag and some pipes sticking out of it. You have your bag here, generally made out of leather, or this one's made out of sheepskin. Has drones tied into here. Each one has a single bladed reed coming in here, and that gives that constant humming sound the whole time. And if I can get this, I'll show you out here, which it won't come out now, obviously, but there's a double-bladed wood reed inside there.
Oh, okay.
That actually makes it sound similar to like an oboe, but
Is
a
it
lot thicker
considered a
wood.
double reed instrument? Mm-hmm. Is it
For
really?
the
That's
chanter, it
interesting.
is, yeah.
That is
And these
really
are all
cool.
single-bladed reeds out of here. So you basically have 4 reeds you're playing at once.
Wow. Okay. So where can folks go for more information about your festival that's going on?
SarasotaHighlandGames.com is where you can buy tickets for everything. The Kaylee the night before, the Highland Games the day of, and then also the Chili Piper concert at night.
Okay, and we're going to have our own little mini concert here on Suncoast FYI. When we come back from the break, he's going to give us a little show here of how the bagpipes work. So we'll be right back. Stay tuned. That's our show for today, and thanks so much for joining us. If you would like to promote your business or event on Suncoast FYI, we would love to hear from you. Just call our sales department at 941-361-4223. I'm Cassie Nall, and we'll see you next Friday on Suncoast FYI. And for today, we're going to leave you with some lovely bagpipe music.